This is Roger with Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2005 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. It's heavy duty. It's a 6.0 gas. It's four-wheel drive. It's obviously a four-door extra cab. It's a work truck model, which is the vinyl floor. Just got an AM/FM radio, and I do believe it has tilt wheel. It's only got 45,000 miles. It was a theft recovery that we purchased on a clear title. Directly from an insurance company, and it actually came from here in Tucson, so we got to see it first. When we got it, it obviously needed wheels and tires. You can see in the before pictures, we'll have 4 pictures of it the way it looked before, so you can see it before we ever picked it up, and you'll see why it needed tires. Someone had stolen the wheels and tires, obviously, and put some spares on it just to roll it around at the auction. And so we bought it, got it back to our shop, and basically ran it through its 2-hour inspection, and it needed a battery and it needed tires. And it got brand new tires, as you can see, and we had the wheels already here, so we put those on, and basically you have a low mile, very nice work truck that you could actually finance, as it's a clear title and it's actual miles. Couple little dings here and there. There's a couple on this bedside that I'll show you. It's very important that I show these things accurately so that the right person ends up with the right vehicle. The internet's a beautiful thing in that there are people out there that can accept dings and dents like that and that, and have cash. And in this case, you don't even need cash if you can finance it. This is a pretty easy one to get financing for, I would imagine. But basically, we have hundreds of people who see our vehicles, sometimes thousands, depending on the vehicle. So we don't really need to go where the new car dealers need to go or independents need to go with their brick and mortars. We don't have to get the one person who sees it in a month to buy it. The right person will find the right car if we're dealing correctly with it. And we're accurate with our descriptions. Obviously, it needs a spare tire. Some sort of a, I think that's some sort of a camper shell mount or a cab over camper mount. I'm sure whoever sees it will recognize that. Yeah, it is, because these are mounts, and so are the front of the bed. So yeah, that's exactly what that would be. I also see air suspension, which makes me want to look back here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's your nozzles for the air suspension. So it does have air ride also, but it's manual. I see sort of a dent right here. I don't know, it's kind of foolish to be picking this even apart cosmetically, but the second I don't, I pay for it. So I make sure that I keep it up every time doing this the way it should be done, which is all the information all the time, as much as we know. You'll have the 4 before pictures. You'll also have 60 or 70 HD pictures that you can, there's a little magnifying glass, so you can zoom in really closely on whatever you see that you want to look at. So there you go, you got your 6-liter motor. Nice and quiet. It should be. There's your new battery on this side. That's that. Boring, which is good. Boring is good. Alright, let's see. The floor on that thing. Yikes. Make sure that the window regulator works. That works fine. Let's see, there's that. Seat's in great shape. The interior looks fantastic. There's nothing to talk about here on the interior. Boring is good. We love boring. Alright, let's see. There's this door. Normally we wouldn't be able to buy this vehicle because of low miles and clear title, but it was here in Tucson, so we didn't have to deal with the shipping and that stuff. So that's the only reason we actually were able to get this thing. That looks fine. Up to the wheel. There's that. Whoever owned it didn't drive very much because these seats are famous for getting worn out right here and tearing, and that's not even showing any signs of that at all. All right, let's get inside here and get some air going here. Test the computer is working beautifully, and it needs to because it's freaking hot. Our monsoon took a hike, which sucks because now we get to dry out and get super, super hot and be humid. All right. Let's see. Try the settings. That all looks fine. There's your radio. Got the tow. There you go. All right. This thing's on a clear title. Let me move up a little bit and demonstrate the four-wheel drive. It's on a clear title, so if you come to Tucson to drive it home, let's see, what am I doing here? This is for low up there. So now we're for low. That's definitely for low. And drive, and in reverse. Oh, perfect. Neutral. Let's see, for high is all the way back. There's for high. Drive. There we go. And we can drive at speed in that. And in reverse. Oh, perfect. All right. Neutral. Back to two-wheel drive. And let's go for a ride. All right. Because this thing is on a clear title, there's no need for any inspections. So, if you come to Tucson, you're going to pay dock fee and taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. Dock fee is $250. So, if you're in a state, you come here from a state with a 3% tax rate, you're going to pay 5% tax, that's your 3 plus R2, and $250 dock fee. If you're paid by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price, nothing else. You'll deal with your tax man and your MBD fees when it gets there. If you pay by wire and ship, we will sign the title off to you, notarize it, scan it into your online file, and we'll even scan in the envelope we send it in. So you'll see all that even before it even ships out. You'll also see the title that we bought it on in your file, and as much as we have, you will have. Like I said, there's no upside in any kind of trickery. We don't need to. There's plenty of people on the internet, and if we have a vehicle with a problem, whether it's a bad motor or a bad tranny or bad whatever, we will tell you. If we don't fix it, we will tell you. If we do fix it, we will tell you what we fixed and what we did and everything. And it's a beautiful thing. It works out perfectly for everybody. Let's see. Deposits. Please get your deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until we have a deposit, it's for sale. Once we get your deposit, we'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Okay? Last thing I say this to everybody on every vehicle. Please, I would like you to watch the other videos. Pick out the nicest vehicle we have and look at the end of the video. I'll say the same thing about it as I say about this one. It's out of warranty. The factory gives it X amount of years, X amount of miles, and basically what they're saying is the engineers who actually built it don't know what's going to happen after a certain number of miles or years. If they did, they would give it a 200,000 mile, 20-year warranty and ask $75,000 brand new for it because it doesn't break. Okay? So they don't do that. So if they don't know what's going to happen, there's no chance we do. So when you buy this vehicle, you're inheriting some risk. If you don't want risk, buy a brand new one. You can buy this model, work truck model for, gosh, probably around 20, probably around 30, more like 30, even though it's crank windows, it's probably more like 30. And you'll get the warranty for 3 years and bottled water and the whole bit. If you want to assume some risk, which you are when you buy a used toaster or lazy boy recliner or anything else, assume that sooner or later you're going to have to spend some of the money you saved on a repair. It could be the car blowing up in a supernova, the motor going out the back of the car, which is about, the likelihood is almost zero, but it could. It could be a wiper motor, it could be air conditioning not working, and it could happen next week or it could happen 3 years from now. If you don't like risk, don't buy anything used, is what I'm saying. We give you as much information as we possibly can, and that's all we can do, okay? Anyway, thank you very much for your time. This is a pretty nice truck, especially if you need a work truck. This would really work well. All right? Thank you very much.